Hi Yogi, welcome to Yoga with Alina, and today we have a 60-minute vinyasa style practice. This is a pretty stretchy sequence, one of my favorites, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. I'm using 2 blocks for this one. If you want, grab them. If not, you can still do them without any props. Set up the space for yourself, and I'll see you on the mat in a couple of moments. Alright guys, we're gonna get started and we're gonna start this practice in a comfortable cross-legged seated position. I like my blocks. I like to sit on the block for this one. If you're feeling it, go for it. If you just want to sit on the floor, by all means, no hard feelings. The bottom line is that I want your spine to be as straight as possible. The chin is parallel to the ground. Close your eyes. And we're starting the practice by simply bringing our minds into this space. Right here, right now, this is the time to disconnect from the craziness of the outside world and take the next 60 minutes or so just for yourself. Start noticing any sensations, any feelings, any emotions, any thoughts. When you feel ready, you can start deepening the breath. Nice deep inhales, we're matching that with long, long exhales. We're starting to send the air up and down the back of the throat. I want you to make sure that you can hear the sound of your own breath. Tune into the breath and let the breath become the guide for the practice. I'm just adjusting the poses here. The actual guide is your breath. In and out through the nose. You can visualize the air traveling up and down your spine. Once you feel comfortable with the breath, enough to add the movement, you can start circling out your head, your neck. Direction doesn't really matter. You can go fast, slow, stop at a certain point, or keep on going. And then reverse the direction. Other side. It might feel similar, it might feel different. But what I'm going to ask you not to do, not to bring out any judgment or any expectations, because we're just being present in the moment, getting to know ourselves. Find stillness with your head, with your neck, and bring the hands to your knees. Start circling out the upper body. Again, there's no right, there's no wrong way to do this. You're just creating circles, big or small is up to you. You're articulating the spine. How does it feel today? And then reverse the direction. We're going to the other side. Same thing. The breath is staying nice and smooth. Good. And we're going to find stillness right in the center. And then from here with me, inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center in prayer. Close your eyes if they're open right now and set up an intention for the practice. Why are you here? What brought you here? And what is it that's going to keep you on the mat the entire practice? Very personal question. Good. And once you've done that, the next inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands are coming in front of your shins. If you're sitting on the prop, remove it and just put it aside. You won't need it for a little bit. Press the sits bones against the ground. Start walking the hands forward, lengthening through the sides of your body, drawing the shoulder blades down. The back neck is super, super long. And then you're going to keep walking the hands further forward. Eventually lift the hips and roll over your knees. We're coming into our beautiful strong tabletop. Adjust the hands underneath the shoulders. The knees are coming under your hips. Then from here with me, inhale, drop the belly, arch the back. Exhale, push away from the ground and puff up your spine. Let's do this again. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round and curl. Last one. Inhale, open up. Exhale, push away from the ground. We're going to hold it for a second longer than before. Separate the shoulder blades, hold. The next inhale brings you back to your neutral spine. Hips are staying on top of your knees. Walk the hands forward, lowering the forehead down to the floor for your puppy pose. Now once you lower the forehead down, if you already feel it in the shoulders, in the upper back, and the chest, you're staying here. If you need a little bit more, the chin goes down to the floor, maybe even your chest, but don't push it too far. And we'll take a deep inhale. Exhale, the chest is coming down a little bit more. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale down. Next inhale, we're going to slide ourselves forward. We're coming into Sphinx pose. The hips are going down to the floor. The shoulders stack over the elbows. Pull the chest through the arms, open up the heart, and draw the shoulder blades down. The back neck is super, super long. And then from here, just as an option, if you want, you can extend the elbows. If you're extending the elbows, make sure the hips are staying down. You're going to pull the chest through the arms a little bit more. That will probably mean that you're micro bending the elbows, and that is totally okay with me. Another inhale here. Exhale, the forehead goes down to the floor. Slide the hands outside the mat, elbows go towards the ceiling. And then from here together, press into the fingertips, lift up. Exhale, the right shoulder goes down, center of the mat. Good. And then inhale, lift back. Exhale, the left shoulder goes down. Should feel good. We're doing this again. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, the right. And then inhale, lift back up. And exhale, the left. Good. Inhale through the center. You're going to lift up again. Then exhale, lower the forehead down to the floor. Feet are staying together. Slide the hands back on your mat underneath your shoulders. And then inhale, lift the chest up a couple of inches. Hands are staying down. Pull the chest through the arms, opening the heart. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Squeeze the elbows in together. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Neck is long. The chest is going forward. Now keep in mind, I don't really care how high off the ground you get. How much longer can you make your spine here? Shoulders away from the ears. Neck is staying long. One more deep inhale here. Exhale the forehead down to the floor. Hands are staying where they are, knees apart, feet together. We're pushing back, coming into our child's pose, lengthening through the sides of the body, letting the forehead drop down. And this is the time for you to check in with your intention, with your body, with your breath after this first couple of movements that we have just done in the practice. How does it feel? Now with your next inhale, you're going to start walking the hands back towards your body, rolling up the spine vertebra by vertebra. Your head is coming up the last. And once you get to the top, once again in this practice, you're going to circle out your head, your neck. Direction doesn't matter. Fast, slow. You can stop at a certain point as well. Then reverse the direction. Notice the differences, the similarities. No judgment, no expectations. Good. And we're finding stillness again. Bring the knees together, tuck the toes under, and sit back on the heels. Make sure all 10 toes are getting some action, especially the pinky ones, because they usually like to get left out. And then keep the knees together. Start sliding the knees forward a bit more. Letting go, letting the weight of the body, the gravity take over, and do the pose for your railing. Then from there, we're going to bring the hands out in front of us. Right arm goes on top of your left. Bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, and move the wrist side to side. Shoulders away from the ears. If this is enough, you're staying here. If you need a bit more for the forearms, you're going to thread the palms through and try to straighten the elbows. They might not go all the way straight. That's okay. If they do, or even if they don't, you can bend and straighten them a little bit, just kind of getting deeper. And then let it go. Shake it out. Now we're going to do this on the other side. Bring the arms out in front of you. Left on top of right. Bring the palms together. Interlace the fingers and move the wrist. Same thing, shoulders away from the ears. Neck is staying long. If that's enough, you're staying here. If you need more for the wrist, you're threading the palms through. This side can be very different for me. This one is way tighter than the one before. You can explore it, bending and straightening the elbows or just moving the elbows. Good. And then from there, let it go. Again, shake it out. We're going to lean forward, tap out the tops of the feet, let go of that stretch. That was a little longer than usual, I know that. So take a little extra time to shake it off. And then we're going to keep the tops of the feet down on the floor, roll the heels in and sit back on your heels. Make sure the heels are not rolling out. They're going to try to, but you really want to squeeze them in. And then dial the fingertips back, connect the palms to the floor. And once you get there, if you need more out of the stretch, you can micro bend the elbows. Tiny micro bend should do the trick. And then maybe rock a little side to side. See how that feels. Keeping the breath nice and smooth. Good. And we're simply flipping the palms to face the ceiling top so the hands are going down. The fingertips are facing back. And if you want, you can bend and straighten the elbows. You can wiggle your fingers, create fists with your hands. You're creating this experience for yourself, really. You can do all of the above, none of the above. You can come up with something new. Close your eyes. Feel and listen to yourself. Then exhale, lift you out of it, shake out the wrists. Hands are going to come by your sides, tuck the toes under, lift up, coming into your standing forward fold, back of the mat, and again, shake it out. You can bend and straighten your legs here. You can shake out the upper body, you can shake your head yes and no. Good, and we're finding stillness. Hands are coming behind your head, clasp the hands together, and slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Vertebra by vertebra, your head is coming up the last. Once you get to the top, you're going to release the arms by your sides and close your eyes to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Check in. The body, the breath, the mind, the intention, all that good stuff. From here with me, inhale, reach the arms up. Right and grabs the left wrist, put up, lean over to the right. You're going to look up to the ceiling. And inhale, lift back. Switch the grip, go over to the other side, look up again. Good. Inhale, back. Exhale, hands behind the tailbone, clasp the hands together, reach the knuckles down, press hips forwards and the chest up. You're going to keep the hands exactly as they are. Inhale, lift you back up, bend your knees, cascade your body over your thighs, let that one fist you created to fall over your head. Then from here, bend the right knee. Once you bend the right knee, the body will automatically turn towards the left side of the room. The right shoulder will come a bit closer to the right knee. And other side, straighten the right leg and bend the left knee. You're looking to the other side. Left shoulder will come a bit closer to the left knee as well, stretching the right side a bit more. Not even that, just highlighting that stretch. Then come back to center. We'll take a deep inhale. Exhale, drop the hands down underneath your shoulders. Shake it out, let it go. Good, and a bit more engagement into this forward fold. Hands on the shins, blocks or floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Pull the chest in closer to your thighs. We'll do this again. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, down. Last one, inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands forward, coming into your high plank pose. We're going to push away from the ground and separate the shoulder blades. First high plank off the practice. We're not going to go into vinyasas right now. We're going to go through spinal wave, one of my favorite movements ever. Bend the knees a little bit. Arch the back like you did for cat-cows. And then as you exhale, slowly push back into your very first downward facing dog of the practice. And again, not holding it yet. Inhale, lift the heels as high as you can and start rolling yourself all the way forward, coming into your high plank again. Exhale, bend the knees, arch the back, travel into your downward facing dog. And we're going to keep moving just like this, moving at your own pace with your breath. Let the inhales bring you forward. The exhales are pushing you back. Good. Remember about the breath. And you really listen to yourself. Let the breath guide the practice for you. Close your eyes, tune in. You can go fast, slow. You're creating this for yourself. Good. We're going to do another round or so. The next time you arrive into your downward facing dog, you're going to hold it there, pushing the hips back and up. You're going to try and separate the shoulder blades as much as possible, widen that space between the shoulder blades. And then if you want, you can bend and straighten your legs here. That should feel pretty good on the hamstrings. Try to keep the same distance between the hands and the feet, though, as you had in your plank, because this is your true length downward facing dog. And this is how we'll go to the right side from the downward facing dog. The next inhale, right leg is going to go all the way up to the ceiling. Any movements with the right leg, whatever comes to your mind, you're exploring that. You can circle out the hip flexor, you can bend and straighten the leg, you can circle out your ankle, you can do whatever you want to do with it. Good. And then from this one, straighten the right leg up to the ceiling. You open up the hip, point the toes. Exhale, the right knee's coming in and up. Touch your nose. Here, you know me, I'm not joking about that part, so actually touch the nose. Then step the right foot between your hands, preferably no momentum. Lower the back knee down to the floor. If you know me again, you know that I love my blocks in this one. So if you have the blocks with you today, grab them and place them on either side of the right leg. Make sure that the right knee is directly on top of the right ankle, and then let your chest drop over the right thigh. Let the head drop down and use the weight of your body, use the gravity to start opening that right hip. We're going to keep breathing. It's just a pose that we're holding, nothing crazy. Then from here, start moving a little bit. Push away from the ground or the blocks. Inhale, chest comes up a little. Exhale, the hips are going tiny bit lower, just a tiny little bit. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale down. Last one, inhale. Hold it here, flex the right foot, keep the hands where they are, start pushing back, trying to straighten the right leg. If it doesn't go all the way straight, not a big deal because we'll do this again. Inhale, bend the right knee, dynamic stretch into start of this leg. Exhale, push back, trying to get 1 inch deeper than before. Good, one more time here. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, push back. You're getting into the deepest house split so far in the practice. Bottom of the ribcage is going down. The crown of the head is going forward. You're pushing through the hands and you're almost digging the right heel down and back through the mat. So many things are happening. This is very active stretch. And we're going to keep the right leg as straight as possible. Inhale, chest comes up a little. Exhale, fold a tiny bit deeper. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Hold it here. You're going to walk the hands over to the right. That's going to be outside the right leg, and then drop the outer blade of the right foot down to the floor with the toes facing the right side of your mat. If you need a bit more out of the stretch, you can drop the chest a couple of inches down. This is going to be your IT bend stretch. This is the side of the right leg. We don't get to stretch it too often, so you'll probably feel it right away. Good. And then inhale, chest comes back. You're going to walk the hands back to center and bring both hands inside your right leg. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Just a little disclaimer, blocks are going to be extra helpful right now. Push away from the ground or the blocks, separate the shoulder blades, and lift the right heel off the floor. Again, you can do it without blocks, just saying it's going to be much easier with the blocks. Keep flexing the right foot without touching the floor. You're going to send the right leg out to the right. And then send the right leg all the way to the back. We're going to keep the leg lifted. Lower the hands back down to the floor. Now you won't really need the blocks anymore. And then from here, bring the left foot out. Right arm reaches up. Half moon on the knee. If you feel good balance today, you're looking up. If the balance is shaky, you're looking down. That's okay with me. But try to flex the right foot and keep the right heel in line with the right glute. That's going to activate your right outer glute, which is a good thing in general. And take another deep inhale here. Exhale, the right foot goes down on the floor. Press into the outer blade of the right foot and reach the right arm up and over the right ear. Look up to the ceiling. Beautiful job. We're going to inhale and lift ourselves out of it. Now, I know that your right foot is off the mat. It's okay. Keep it there. Rotate the left palm. Send the left arm up, right and down. No weight in the bottom hand. The gaze is up. We're stretching the left side body. And then inhale, lift you back up. Again, my right foot is off the mat as well. I know, I feel you. It's okay. Don't let it get to you. Bring the right toes to face the back of the room. Point the toes so much that they're touching the floor. And then start bending the right knee. Don't bring the foot in any closer. Go very slowly. It's going to get deep. Right elbow inside the right knee. Push it out. Left arm reaches up and over. Extend its side angle on the knee. You're going to look up to the ceiling. Spin the chest up. We're going to do one of my favorite variations. Bring the top arm behind your head. Grab the left wrist with the right hand and pull it down. Try to make the top elbow disappear behind your head. You're going to still keep looking up. Keep the bend in the right leg. Keep the gaze up. Inhale, lift you up. Separate the hands. You're going to cartwheel the arms around. Both hands are going inside the right leg. Left foot is going to go straight behind you. This is your lizard lunge. Hands are staying exactly where they are. If you have not moved yet, this should be a very deep lizard lunge. I challenge you to stay in it. Again, yes, I know you're off the mat. It's a little bit uncomfortable. If you absolutely need to slide yourself back on the mat, that's okay. But if you can stay where you are, try to stay where you are. Squeeze the right knee in towards the midline. Take this time to come back to breath. Come back to your intention. Taking a few moments. Good. And then if you're down on the floor like I am, you're going to inhale and lift yourself back up onto your hands. Squeeze the right knee to touch the right triceps. Left hand stays down. Right arm reaches up. Simple twist. You're going to twist towards the right side off the rim. Push down to lift a little bit higher up. Look up. Imagine I'm standing behind you. I'm pulling you up through that right hand. And then tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee off the mat. Good. Nothing is going to change. This is still a twist. And then you're going to exhale and lower the right hand back inside the right foot. The back knee is lifted at this point. Here's the deal. The back leg is not going to move a single inch. The back heel is staying on top of your toes. Right hand stays down. Left arm reaches up. Same exact twist. You're just facing the other way. Good. If the balance is good, you're looking up. If the balance is shaky, you're looking down. Fine with me. And just now, with a lot of control, you're going to lower the back heel down to the floor, 90-degree angle. Inhale lifts you up. You're coming into super strong, super long warrior two. Rotate the front palm. Exalt. You're sending the right arm up, left hand down. No weight in the bottom hand. Maybe look down if you feel anything in the lower back. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lifts you back up. Now we're getting back to the mat. You're going to heel toe the right foot in. We're going to keep the shape though. Eventually, once you shorten your stance, you're going to bring the right toes to face what used to be the back of the room again. We're sending the hips back. We're going to reach the right and forward. When you can go further, tilt foot, triangle, gaze goes up, no weight in the bottom hand. Now here's the trick. We've done literally all these poses on the knee already. Now we're just doing the real deal. Top shoulders going behind you a little bit more. Then you're going to look down, bend the front knee and float the back foot. You're going to grip through the toes of the standing leg. That's your right leg, and then flex the floating foot as much as possible. Imagine the left foot is pressed against the back wall. Shoulders are stacked one on top of the other. The gaze is at something that is not moving, so I'm definitely off limits. Let's take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, start bending the standing leg. You're simply bending the standing leg. Nothing crazy is happening. Get a little deeper in this one. Beautiful, beautiful job. See if you can touch the side of your body to the right thigh. And then controlling the movement, the left foot is going to step as far back as you can, arriving into one more warrior two in this practice. See if you can maybe get 1 inch deeper than before. Right elbow inside the right knee. Push it out. Left arm reaches up and over, extended side angle. You're looking up to the ceiling. You're spinning the chest up, and let's do that arm variation again. Top arm behind your head. Grab the top wrist with the bottom hand and pull it down. Spin the chest up. Nothing changes. Straighten the front leg. Keep looking up. It's going to feel very deep in the side body. It's going to be a little bit scary, but again, go very slowly. That's how you will not lose the balance. Keep both legs straight. You're going to keep looking up. Inhale, lift you up. The obliques are working like crazy. And this is where you're going to separate the hands. Cartwheel the arms around. Hands frame the front leg. Lift the back heel off the floor. If you want, this is where you can grab your blocks again, placing them to frame the front leg. And you're folding over the right thigh. With me, inhale, halfway lift. Flex the right foot. Exhale, fold a little deeper. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Push away from the ground. Lift the back heel higher up. Separate the shoulder blades and slide the right leg back and up. Open up the hip, point the toes. Beautiful, beautiful job. If the hands are on the blocks like mine are, step them down to the floor. And we're going to bend the right leg, look over the left shoulder. You can stay here, or you can carefully flip the dog. Step in the right foot back behind you, lifting the hips up. And then reaching the right hand towards the front of the rim, or towards the back of the rim. Whatever point of reference makes more sense at this point. Open up the heart. We're here for another breath. And then flip back around. Right leg goes all the way up to the ceiling. Open up the hip. Very simple transition. I'm getting you on the floor from here. Right knee behind the right wrist. We're getting into our pigeon here. Once you get into your pigeon, this is where you get to let go and rest a little bit. Drop down on your forearms. Let yourself be. Close your eyes. Just enjoy. Check in with your body though. Notice if you're dropping too far on the right or the left. And if you are, I want you to try and bring your hips parallel to the ground. Remember that yoga is always about balance. So think about it this way. The moment you drop more to one or the other side, you're losing that balance. And yes, sometimes it's good, but eventually we always want to find that middle ground. And if you're pretty confident in your pigeon, I really love rocking a bit side to side. That's exactly about losing that balance, right? But it's only if you can always come back to center. I love how I'm talking about pigeon in my head. I'm literally talking about life right now. But anyways, not going to get into that. Let's keep the breath going. Let's stay here for another 3 breaths or so. Deep inhales matching long, long exhales. Feeling that right hip opening up, letting the gravity do the work for us, really. Nothing is required, no strength is required in this one. And with your next inhale, you're going to walk the hands back up, lift the chest. No drop into the right hip. You're going to bend the left leg and send the left hand behind you, grabbing foot or ankle, quad stretch. Push the heel in a little bit more, send the left shoulder a little bit further forward. Good. We're trying to square everything off. Again, find that balance. Maybe even lean to the left a bit more. And then from here, let it go. You're going to lower the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the back toes under, step back into your downward facing dog. Straighten the right leg and bend your left knee. And then from this one, you're going to reach the right hand to grab the left ankle. Again, right hand, left ankle. Once you have the grip, straighten the left leg, look underneath the left armpit, dog twist. Try to level out your hips. Your right hip is going to try to be a little bit lower than the left, but you really want to correct it. Good, and we're letting it go. We're going to come back to a regular downward facing dog. Take a moment here. And we're still not going into our vinyasas, but we're going to move through something that's called ashtanga flow. I love it dearly, so you might have done it with me before. Together, let's take a deep inhale, preparing. Exhale, let it go. Next, inhale, lift the heels and round yourself forward, coming into your high plank pose. As you exhale, lower your knees down to the floor, chest and chin goes between the thumbs. Keep the hands on the knees exactly where they are. Inhale, slide forward. The hips are going down. You're lifting the chest. And then exhale, push back into your child's pose. Again, knees and hands are not moving a single inch. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift up, coming into your downward facing dog. Exhale, the heels are coming a little bit closer. You're arriving deeper into the practice, into this pose. And this was your full ashtanga flow. We're going to do it 2 more times so that you kind of can get into the rhythm of it. Let's take a deep inhale, preparing. Exhale, let it go. Next, inhale, lift the heels and round yourself forward, coming into your high plank pose again. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin go down to the floor. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, the heels are coming a little bit closer to the ground. One last time here. Inhale, lift the heels and round yourself forward, high plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin go down to the floor. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, the heels are coming closer to the ground. We're taking another 3 breaths here. Just feeling any movement is welcome. Stillness is welcome. You're creating the practice for yourself. Whatever you need, take it here. Good, and with your next inhale, your left leg is going to go up to the ceiling. Any movements with the left leg, whatever comes to your mind, you're exploring that. You can circle out the hip flexor, you can bend and straighten the leg, you can circle out your ankle. You know what to do, just go for it. Good, and then with me, inhale, straighten the left leg all the way up to the ceiling. Open up the hip, point the toes. Exhale, the left knee's coming in and up. Touch your nose here as much as you can. Step the left foot between the hands. Right knee goes down to the floor. Melt the chest over your left thigh and let it go. Again, the blocks are amazing friends of ours, so if you want to grab them, go for it. Make sure front knee and ankle are in one line, and then you can drop the head down. You can let your body relax here. The gravity is taken over for the stretch. You're sending the hips a tiny bit closer to the floor. And then from this one with me, inhale halfway. Exhale, hips are going tiny bit lower. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Hold it here. Flex the front foot. Keep the hands exactly where they are and then start pushing back. Trying to straighten the left leg. If it doesn't go all the way straight, that's okay. We'll do this again. Inhale. Bend your left knee. Exhale. You're pushing back. Trying to get 1 inch deeper than before. One more time here. Inhale. Bend your left knee. Exhale, you're pushing back. This is going to be the deepest half split so far in the practice. Bottom of the ribcage down. The crown of the head is going forward. You're pushing through the hands. You're digging the heel down and back through the mat. So many things are happening. My left leg is literally shaking right now. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but just saying, this is so much engagement happening. We're going to keep the left leg straight. Inhale, chest comes up. Exhale, bottom of the rib cage down. Notice I'm not talking about forehead. That's the bottom of the rib cage. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Hold it here. We're going to walk the hands over to the left and ground the outer blade of the left foot down to the floor. If you need a little bit more for this stretch, you can drop the chest a couple of inches down, but make sure the toes are facing the side of the mat and the sole of the foot is facing the front of the mat. Good, and then inhale, chest comes back up. You're going to walk the hands back to center, and both hands are going inside your left leg. Remember, blocks are extra helpful for this little part. You're pushing away from the floor of the block, separate the shoulder blades like you did for cat-cows, and then lift the heel to left till it is off the ground. Engage in our core from here without touching the floor. Send the left leg out to the left. Send the left leg all the way to the back. Keep it lifted. You won't need your blocks anymore. Just toss them aside. Lower the hands back down to the floor. And then bring the right foot out to the side. Left arm goes up. Half moon on the knee. If the balance is good, you're looking up. If the balance is shaky, you're looking down. Either way is good with me. But try to keep your left heel in line with your left glute, activating that glute. Lower the left foot down, toes are facing the side of the rim. Push into the bottom hand and reach the left arm all the way up and over, stretching the left side body as much as you can. And we're going to press into the outer blade of the left foot and lift ourselves up, coming into, well, not sure what we're coming into, but we're coming into kneeling pose. Rotate the right palm, exhale, right arm up, left and down. No weight in the bottom hand. You're looking up. Good. And then inhale, lift you back up. Again, remember, I know that your left foot is off the mat, -2, but we're holding it there. Bring your left toes to face the front of the rim, the true front of the rim. Finally, thank you very much. Or rather, you're welcome, guys. And then you're going to start bending the front leg. Don't bring the foot in any closer. You're just bending the left knee. That's all that's happening. It's going to get you deep. Bring the left elbow inside the left knee. Push the right arm up and over the right ear. Look up. You're going to bring the top arm behind your head. Grab the top wrist with the bottom hand and pull it down. Spin the chest up even more. Good. Remember to breathe. And then keep the bend in the front leg. Keep the arms exactly as they are. Inhale is going to lift you up. Separate the hands. Cartwheel the arms around. Hands are going to frame. No, hands are going to go inside the left leg. Bring the right foot behind you. We're coming into lizard lunge. I set you up for a very, very deep lizard lunge here. So try to stay with it unless you absolutely need to bring yourself back to the mat. try to stay here. You're probably on the floor, and that's okay. If the forearms are not speaking to you today, you can stay on your hands. That's as well fine with me. But try to keep this set up. It's challenging, it's deep, I know. I'm feeling it, I'm doing it with you. We're here for a couple of more breaths. Maybe check in with your intention as you're staying here. You have another breath, deep inhale. And staying here for the exhale. The next inhale is going to lift you back onto your hands. If you're down on the forearms like I am, squeeze your left knee to the left triceps. Keep the back knee down for now. Right hand stays down. Left arm reaches up. Simple twist. You're going to push down to lift a little bit higher. Look up. Wherever you're looking is where the chest is going. Definitely not looking for it to go down. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the back knee off the floor. Nice deep twist. Strong back leg. Another inhale here. And then exhale, your left hand goes back inside the left foot. The deal is that the back leg is staying exactly as it is. The back heel is staying on top of your toes. Nothing changes there. Keep the left hand down. Right arm reaches up. That's your simple twist, but you're going to the other side. Now the lifted heel is going to offset your balance. If the balance is good, keep looking up. If the balance is shaky, look down. That is fine. And with a lot of control, you're going to lower the back heel down on the floor, 90-degree angle. Press into the outer blade of the back foot and lift yourself up, coming into that beautiful, strong warrior two. Rotate the front palm, so left arm up, right and down. No weight in the bottom hand. If you feel anything in the lower back, look down here. And then we're going to inhale and straighten the front leg. Good. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, lift you back up. Good. This is our opportunity to get back onto the mat. So heel to your left foot in. Much, much, much closer. We're shortening the stance. And then eventually bring the left toes to face the front of the room again. Send the hips back and reach the left and forward. When you can't go further, tilt foot triangle, gaze goes up. No weight in the bottom hand. You're going to bring the top shoulder behind you a little bit more. Good. Remember to breathe. And nothing changes. Look down. Bend the front knee and float the back foot. Grip through the toes of the standing leg and flex the floating foot as much as you can. I'm extra shaky today on this side. Not sure why. So if you're with me, that's okay. Remember that the breath is everything in this practice, and the only way to actually hold this pose is to be completely, completely present. Doesn't matter what's happening outside. We're going to take another deep inhale here. Exhale, start bending the standing leg. Just bending the standing leg. You're trying to get that left side body to touch your left thigh. Sit a little bit lower here. With a lot of control, the right foot goes back as far back as you can, I should say. We're arriving into one last warrior two of this practice. Sit low into your right leg, into your left leg. And then bring the left elbow inside the left knee. Right arm reaches up and over, extended side angle, look up. Top arm is going to go behind your head. Grab the top wrist with the bottom hand, pull it down, spin the chest up. Make the top elbow disappear behind your head and keep using the bottom elbow to push the knee out even more. Keep the arms. We're slowly straightening the leg, the front leg. Keep looking up. Go very slowly. It is scary. I know the balance is shaky when you're doing this. So go very, very slowly with it. And then keep looking up. Obliques are going to lift you up. Inhale, lifts you all the way up to standing. Separate the hands. Cartwheel the arms around. Hands are going to frame the front leg. Lift the back heel off the floor. This is where you can grab your blocks again if you need them. If you need the floor to come a little closer to you, by all means go for it. And then from here with me, inhale, halfway lift. Flex your left foot. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Let's do it again. Inhale, halfway up. Push away from the ground, lift the back heel higher up, separate the shoulder blades, and slide your left leg back and up. Open up the hip and the toes. If the hands are on the blocks like mine, or step them down to the floor. You won't need the blocks for this next part. Bend your left knee, look over the right shoulder. You can stay here, or you can carefully flip the dog, stepping the left foot behind you, lifting the hips up, and then reaching the chest towards the left hand. The left hand is reaching towards the front of the room. Forget the word back bend. This is a heart opener. How much more can you open that heart space? One more breath. And we're flipping back around. Left leg goes all the way up to the ceiling. Super simple transition. I'm getting you on the floor from here. Bring your left knee behind the left wrist. You're setting up your pigeon pose. Take your time with it. It's really hard to just pop into pose. I know sometimes I myself and my fellow teachers make it seem super, super easy to just pop into the poses. But remember, we do it way too often. So it's okay to take your time and set up the pose for yourself. Once you found your pose, this is when you can drop down on the forearms, close your eyes, and just be here. Let the gravity take over. Let the pose work for you. You've done enough. Just being, just feeling here. Notice how the breath is helping you get a little deeper into this pose. Every inhale starts to create a bit more space. The exhales are going to start getting you deeper. And we're going to stay here for about 3 more breaths. Why not? With your next inhale, walk the hands back up. Make sure you're not dropping all the way to your left side body. Bend the right leg and send the right hand behind you, grabbing foot or ankle, quad stretch. You're going to push the right heel in and send the right shoulder forward a little bit more. Try to square off your shoulders. Try to bring them parallel to the front edge of the mat as much as you can. And then maybe even lean to the right side. Make sure the right knee is not facing out. The moment it starts doing that, you're literally going to lose half of the pose. Then let it go. You're going to tuck the right toes under. Hands are staying under the shoulders. Step back into downward facing dog. You're going to straighten your left leg and bend the right knee. That should feel pretty good. And once you do that, you're going to send your left hand to grab the right ankle. Straighten the right leg. Look underneath the right armpit, dog twist. Now make sure your hips are leveled out. You feel nice stretch going down the right side body right now. Keep the breath going. Good, and then let go. Come back to your regular downward facing dog. Believe it or not, this is where we're getting into our vinyasas finally. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. The next inhale, lift the heels and round yourself forward, coming into your high plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the heart. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog, meeting there, taking a couple of moments. And this is where we're going to do this 3 more times, getting into the flow. And then I want to say you'll have more opportunities until the end of the practice, but that's just simply not true. So just enjoy those next 3 ones. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Next inhale, lift the heels and bring yourself forward, high plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. You have 2 more just like this. Inhale, lift the heels and bring yourself forward, high plank pose again. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. And one last time, inhale, lift the heels and bring yourself forward, high plank pose again. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale up. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog, pushing the hips back and up. Taking a couple of moments here. Maybe bend and straighten your legs a few more times. This is the last downward facing dog of the practice, so really make sure you're enjoying it. And from this downward facing dog, baby steps, we're walking the feet all the way to the top of the mat. See if you can heel to your feet all the way up. No rush at all. And once you get to the top, you can shake it out. Let it go. Good, and then from here with me, inhale, halfway lift. Heel to your feet about mat distance apart. You're going to bring your toes in. The heels are going out. Grab the ankles or the outer blades of your feet and pull the crown of the head down to the floor. Start bending the elbows sideways. This is your wide-legged forward fold for the practice. The more you bring the weight into the front of your feet, the more you'll feel it in the hamstrings, just saying. And really bring your mind to the shoulders. Make sure they're away from the ears. One more moment here. Good, and we're going to exhale and let it go. Drop the hands underneath your shoulders again. Inhale, halfway lift. Heels go in, the toes go out. As you exhale, bend your knees and sit nice and low into your yogi squat. Hands at the heart center in prayer. The chest is lifted. Good. Remember about the breath. And then from here, as gracefully as possible, you're going to lower the hips down to the floor. Once the hips touch the ground, lift the feet off the floor, grab the outer blades of your feet and pull the knees outside the rib cage. Seated, balancing, happy baby. The shoulders away from the ears, just like always. Working on the length through the spine. And then if you want to straighten the legs, I'm not stopping you there, but make sure the back is not rounding in the process. Keep engaging the core so that you don't roll back. And if you roll back, have fun with that, but come back to meet me exactly where we are right now. One more inhale here. And we're going to bend the knees. Once you bend the knees, lower the heels down to the floor. We're bending these so that we don't crush. And slide the legs out as far as they'll go. We're coming into wide-legged seated position. Separate, peel the flesh away from the sit bones, and then bring the hands super close to your glutes. Lift the chest up. And if that's enough, you're staying here. If you need more, you're going to start pushing yourself forward, trying to squeeze the shoulder blades the entire time. And if you want to bring the hands in front of you, bums, go for it. But imagine there was something sticky on the floor and you're pulling yourself forward. I always like to remind that this is not a down fold, this is a forward fold. So it's really not about how close to the ground you get. It's about how much further forward you can go. You can flex or float, flex or point your toes. See what works for you. You can do both as well. Okay, just make sure you're doing something there. And then the next inhale is going to lift us out of it. Walk the hands back up. You're going to lift the chest up. Hands are coming underneath your knees. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Grab the toes and pull the crown of the head forward. Push the knees out, shoulders away from the ears, neck is long, the back is straight, all that good stuff. The breath is nice and smooth, and you're using the strength of your thighs to push the knees out. Yes, I know you can use your elbows, but there's no fun in that. Try to really engage. And then we're going to inhale and lift ourselves out of it again. Bring the hands under your knees. Bring the knees together. Chest goes on top of your thighs. Flex your feet. Grab the outer blades of your feet. Draw the shoulder blades down the back and then start pushing the heels forward. The moment chest lifts off your thighs today is when you're going to stop. So that means the legs are not completely straight. That is okay. As long as the chest is staying on your thighs, that means you're still hinging at the hips, and that also means that your back is straight. And you know me, the back is always the priority. We've done hamstring stretches, quite a few throughout the practice. And then back is always the tricky part. Shoulders are staying away from the ears, neck is long. If you need to amplify this, you can grab your block and place it in front of your feet. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, make sure to check out my tutorial about forward folds here. Good, and we're gonna let go. Separate the shoulder blades and round ourselves all the way back up. Keep the back rounded. You're gonna start rolling yourself all the way down. Vertebra by vertebra, head is gonna go down the last. Take your time, never any rush. And once you get to the floor, you're gonna bring the knees into your chest and give yourself a nice, loving, well-deserved hug. You can rock a little side to side, massaging your back. Check in with yourself. We're going to move through a couple of poses on our backs. If any of these poses are not speaking to you today, you can just stay in the first pose that we do together. The pose is going to be simply legs up the wall. The arms are coming by your side, straighten legs up to the ceiling. Flex your feet, and maybe this is where you stay for a little bit. Beautiful restorative pose, just getting the blood flow back towards your heart. And if you're flowing further with me, you're going to press into your hands, lift the hips up and send the feet over your head, coming into your plow pose. Walk the shoulder blades under a little bit more. And if you're in your plow, you can clasp your hands and straighten them all the way towards the front edge of the mat, getting another shoulder stretch into this practice. Remember about the breath. Good. And if you're with me in the plow, the next one is going to be ear pressure pose, bending the knees around the ears. The knees don't have to touch the floor. They might, but they don't have to. Just bend the knees. And once you hit your max, you're going to release the hands and grab the outer blades of your feet. Pull the knees closer to your shoulders. Stay here. You're going to start feeling nice, deep stretch going down your spine. You might even start feeling a little bit of a heating sensation. That is totally, totally cool. Stay in it. Keep the breath. Very important. And you're going to keep the hands on the outer blades of your feet. And just roll yourself out of this craziness. We're coming into a regular happy baby. Make sure that you're bringing the tailbone down to the floor. If that means that you have to slide the hands a little bit down the leg, it's okay with me. But again, I want you to work on long spine, and it's not that long. It's not as long as I want it to be if the tailbone is not down. So really, don't be afraid to slide the hands down the legs for the tailbone to go down. And once you get into your child's pose, not child's pose, it's a happy baby pose, there you go. You can rock a little bit side to side. Make sure that it doesn't hurt you. If it hurts, don't rock side to side. Just saying, I've had it for the first couple of years of the practice. And then when you feel ready, you're going to bend the knees again, bring the knees into your chest, and give yourself one more loving hug. From here, when the time is right, open up for your final posture of the practice, your final shavasana, letting the arms fall open, letting the legs relax. And together we're going to take a deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Let this be enough for this practice. I really encourage you to stay in this pose for the next 5 to 7 minutes, letting the body take in everything you just did. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, Yogi. I hope you enjoyed it. And from my heart to yours, I say namaste.